Good morning, folks. It's time for Let's Talk Antiques here on WMSR. And what's up? Well, I know it's Mickey Mouse is that's all I know. And we've said that about the radio station. It's a Mickey Mouse outfit, but what?
Really? Who said that? Oh. You didn't.
I'm going to tell you something. Being a Mickey Mouse outfit is nothing to sneeze about. That company's worth $178 billion.
I know. Yeah, and not only that, but
I wish I was a Mickey Mouse outfit.
Yeah. Well, David was telling me some of these watches and the prices there going before the show started here. So I guess it's a compliment to be a Mickey Mouse.
It is nowadays.
Hey, before we get started on the show,
going on?
Before we get started, though, there's this guy sitting across from us. Mm-hmm. When he was in the military, he said his sergeant said he couldn't chew and march at the same time.
Yes, sir.
I heard that.
And but what I thought, how can a sergeant tell a lieutenant?
I wasn't a lieutenant then, so I had to go in through the ranks.
So he
way up.
Yeah.
So he could abuse you.
Oh, they abused us terrible when they knew where we were going.
Hey, did you look that sergeant up once you hit lieutenant?
No. You never want to get the sergeants mad at you because they were the ones that did all the work.
I didn't know if you No. Said, can you chew bubble gum?
No. No, you learned, if you were... You relied on your sergeants. They were the backbone of the Army.
Yeah.
Well, everybody is really, but they were the ones that really did all the work.
You lieutenants were targets.
It's kind of like the big executive, the secretary. Well, I guess they call him an administrative assistant today.
Yeah.
They really do all the work.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to tell you something. I always told everybody Roxanne Patton was way above. You couldn't call her. She really was. She knew her job.
Yeah.
And I always told people she was the real mayor. I was just the front guy.
Right. You were the one that took the abuse.
Yeah. I was just the front guy. She's the one that knew everything. And still does.
Yeah, and still does. Yeah.
How many mayors has she trained now?
Well, let's see. Me and Ray Johnson and Gary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's 3. And some of us, like me, I had to have another term so she could keep on training me.
You didn't learn enough in one
I didn't
term.
learn enough the first 4 years. According to her, I didn't.
Yeah.
So here we go.
We had a complaint about last week's show.
Yeah. Well,
I see that.
First of all, tell them
who complained.
My dad.
Daddy.
Oh.
The big boss.
Daddy complained.
Daddy complained. Huh?
The complaint was that me and David needed to switch seats because he couldn't see me on the TV.
And?
So David swapped seats with me today to keep my dad happy.
That's right. We want to keep our viewers.
There you go.
Okay, so
one at a time.
Every week when we start the show, we got this one little spiel that we need to say over and over. You two, Ronnie.
Yes.
Philip. Okay. Start out.
All right.
Chime in, Ronnie.
Be sure and check us out on Facebook. We have a Let's Talk Antiques Facebook page. It's also on News Leader on 6.
And YouTube.
Facebook page, also YouTube. And be sure to like the episode, share it, and comment on them. And by doing that, you help us out with Facebook. So.
Yeah.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The Grassroots.
Yeah, that sharing is very important.
It really is.
Because that opens it up to other people who, your family and friends to see.
Who otherwise might not see it.
Right.
Yeah, and you can also go to my Facebook and take off and see the show from my Facebook. And also I'll have a lot of other stuff. I'm always putting stuff on that I'm finding and swapping and trading for. And speaking of sharing, I am so glad that Howard is sharing the show with us now, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
I really
I'm
am.
glad he's on the team.
I'm sharing it.
You certainly are, Howard.
You're on the team.
You're a Let's Talk Antiquer.
Is he a producer, too? Is he got credit as a producer?
He does.
Or
he does.
He does have some?
I'm a producer?
Yeah.
You are a producer.
Wow.
Well,
You see what you're doing there?
No.
You're producing audio.
To be an antique, though? This is the question.
Well, used to they said 100 years, but they've got way past that now.
Okay.
I think you can just call anything an antique.
I didn't know if 79 was considered an antique or not.
Yeah, it is, believe me.
Howard's got a birthday coming up this weekend.
Oh, does he really?
I've been handed
How'd you know that?
I'm magic.
He does his research.
Your sergeant.
Does his homework.
Oh, that's
Are you going to sing happy birthday to him? Or?
No, it's Saturday.
it's Saturday.
Well, can you sing before?
Sing
No.
I don't think we need to.
No. You want to drive the people away, you guys sing, and I can just hear it now.
Well, now, wait a minute. he ought to be a good singer. He was a producer or a record company.
I was smart enough to be on the other side of the
That's right.
on the microphone.
All right, so I guess that's enough chit chat, right?
Right.
So what are we talking about today, guys?
We're going to talk about Mickey Mouse, and Mickey Mouse turned 90 years old November the 18th of 1928.
Mm-hmm.
But that was when they released Steamboat Willie. Now, they actually had a couple of silent cartoons before that, but I guess since
Well,
Steamboat
that
Willie
kind of sounds right, Ronnie, because the silent movies sound come in right after that, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. But I guess you could say that of course Steamboat Willie was the first real Mickey Mouse cartoon because it had the sound effects, it had the post-production sound, the synchronized. They done the synchronized sound back then.
Right. There was some other cartoon they did the same thing that some other guy had done.
Yeah, I mean they weren't the first to do that, but that was
what
the
was
first.
the other?
Mickey
You
Mouse.
remember? There was another guy though that he had a cartoon done the same thing, and he was kind of before Walt Disney.
I don't know the guy's name.
Yeah.
And Minnie Mouse was also introduced in Steamboat Willie.
Mm-hmm.
And they had one called Plain Crazy that was a silent one before that, with Mickey Mouse in it. And another one after that. And actually, was you going to say something?
No.
Okay. Lose my train of thought.
He said actually.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
That could
while
be a
he's
lot of
thinking of
things.
his train of thought, there was Walt Disney lost his rights to it, which he didn't realize.
He lost his rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, Charles Mintz, which was worked with Disney Studios back in the early days. Back then, they were out of New York.
Prior to Disney Studio, though, what was it? The company that done the cartoons? Was it Paramount?
Mintz Productions.
Yeah, but I think Paramount is the one that was actually
One of the distributors.
Yeah. And even Walt Disney, after all that stuff happened to him, and he lost it and had to, he tried to come up with some new characters.
He came up with Mickey Mouse on the train ride home from New York.
Yeah.
He had telegraphed his brother Roy and told him not to worry, everything was okay. And they were right up against it at the time.
Oh yeah.
Because Mintz had actually took off with a lot of his staff.
Well, that's right.
And he took the rights to.
Well, they kept them all but 3 loyal ones, right? Wasn't it about 3 loyal staff?
Took the rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, which was their moneymaker at the time. And so that nearly bankrupted the studio. So on the way home, he comes up with Mickey Mouse.
Well, his wife came up with Mickey
his wife
Mouse.
came up with Mickey Mouse here.
And guess who tried to steal Mickey Mouse? And well, he didn't try to steal it, but he tried to claim the fame of it. You know who that was, Howard?
No, sure don't.
Mickey Rooney.
Mickey
He
Rooney.
said Walt Disney actually
yeah.
named. This is what Mickey Rooney were on telling people was that Walt Disney named Mickey Mouse after me.
Oh.
And to come to find out that was not true.
I hadn't heard that.
And some of the characters that he was trying to come up with after they took all that away from him didn't work out as his lead character, but on down in productions they picked him up. Those characters and actually used them. You know that, don't you?
No, I know that.
I know you read your Wikipedia on it.
The budget for Steamboat
He's reading
Willie,
it now as fast as he can.
Yeah, the budget for Steamboat Willie was a little over $4,000
Oh my!
Ain't that something?
when they made that.
Now if they do something like that, it's in the millions.
Well, they put the sound on it the first time, and it wasn't just right. So things were so tight that Walt sold his car to redo the
I have heard
recording.
that he had a real tough time. He was in Hawk trying to get money to finish out stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Listen.
Because a lot of investors didn't want to. They didn't think it would take off or was going to make any money. See,
But he sold his car to get it done the second time, and of course it turned out all right.
Yeah.
They had a 2-week run at a New York theater, for which he got $1,000, which was $500 a week, which was big money back then. That was unheard of back then for that type of cartoon.
Yeah, and when he come up with this next character, the one that he changed on Mickey Mouse, when he came up with Mickey Mouse, he couldn't get nobody to distribute it. Remember?
Yeah.
There was like a couple of major distributors wouldn't do it, and then finally one did, right? And that got his lucky break.
Now, it's interesting. Whatever happened to Oswald Rabbit?
Well,
He's gone.
I think you just answered your own question.
Yeah,
He wasn't so lucky, was he?
No,
Oswald the Lucky Rabbit wasn't
yeah,
so
even though
lucky.
he had rabbit's feet. But that's kind of interesting. The guy stole the lead character supposedly in that studio at the time, and it just kind of faded away.
But everybody remembers Mickey.
Everybody
loves Mickey. Now, they said that the copyrights, that they've had to extend the copyright laws. Congress has extended it.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times now. And a law student done a paper here, I think it was back in the 90s, and they determined that it may actually be in the public domain because of an errors in the original copyright, where they had someone else's names in there after Disney's. So that's up in the air. But anyway, they lobbied Congress, to extend the copyright law so they keep Mickey.
Keep Mickey.
Well, you just think they built a whole empire on a mouse.
Right.
You don't want to lose Mickey.
What year did Walt die? Does anybody know that for?
Was it 70s? Was it 70s?
No, what I can tell you about Walt, if you got his signature, you got at least $3,000.
Oh, no, you know that much.
Yeah, I can tell you that much about
Well,
him.
look it up there, Phil.
Check that.
Steamboat Willie, when he came out, he had the longer nose, and if you'll notice, Mickey Mouse actually has the more blunter nose. You know why Mickey Mouse has 3 fingers?
No.
Because Walt Disney figured out, first of all, if you put 5, it looked like a bunch of bananas. And the more fingers that Mickey Mouse had, he figured out that to draw that extra finger as many times as you had to, it was millions that he saved overall. in the
overall,
run,
right.
By only having 3 fingers instead of doing the extra.
Now,
you
that
got-
was smart.
Now you got to remember they drew that.
Yeah.
They drew every
They hand drew
movement.
that back then.
You remember those books you used to get where you'd flip the pages up in the corner, and it would be like a little action figure.
That's basically how the
and that's how
cartoons
they
work.
drew that.
Howard, they did the same thing with prior to all that. If you remember, they had those vending machines.
You turned the crank and had a little card.
That actually
inside.
showed you a man walking or a plane.
and-
Well, I don't know about. I guess a plane flying.
Yeah, they you used to see
Cars
those.
driving.
We were in.
What do you call that machine? What was that machine called, Howard?
Oh, I wish you hadn't said that.
Cartoon watching machine. Was
Yeah,
it,
cartoon
Howard?
watching machine.
Here's 3 things that
But-
you know about Mickey Mouse too, Howard. He's got the red shorts.
Yeah.
He's got the yellow shoes. And he's got gloves on them 3 little fingers.
Right.
Now,
Black
you know,
gloves.
Right.
they update his appearance every now and then.
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
kind of
keep him up with the
modernized over
times.
the years. He's changed a little bit.
They do. They update his clothing.
Well, that was his first appearance.
That's what he was wearing.
And he had the 2 little white buttons on his red shorts. Remember?
Yeah.
Wasn't his clothes black and white in his first
Oh, so
appearance?
he was black and white in his first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he got into color in the 30s, right?
Oh, really? Did
Well,
they?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure.
Black
they
and white
put
was
some
from
paint.
29 to 35, and then he got into color from 35 to 53.
Yeah, I'm sure they made some posters and
Yeah,
figures
with
and-
colors. Of
and
course
Why,
they did.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
You know they did.
before that.
So if you really want to see Mickey prior to the 29 on up to 35, you had to do what you just said, see a poster.
Now, the first Mickey Mouse was based on Charles Lindbergh's trip across the Atlantic. Flying the Atlantic, that plane crazy.
Yeah,
That's what they based that one on.
that's interesting.
And then, I like Steamboat Willie, where he's in there and he's cranking that the tail,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and turning it like a phonograph. Listen to the record.
Do you know any other, off the top of you 3 heads, any other cartoon character that has its own sidewalk?
Walk.
Walk of Fame.
Hmm. Do you know any other?
What? How about the Simpsons?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know.
I say Superman has one too.
No.
Well-
but they actually had him real.
Yeah.
You know.
They turned him into a real person.
Yeah,
Originally, he
yeah.
was a cartoon or a comic book.
Now,
Comic
you
books
know,
were real
I don't know if they had any.
But I mean,
Mighty
far as
Mouse, maybe.
cartoon characters. Do you know any other? Won't you Google that? You're good at that kind of
So
stuff.
Disney died in '66.
66.
66, okay. Now, you know that Disney's acquiring Fox.
Yeah, I know it.
Merging with Fox. Now, that's going to
Yeah.
be a big deal.
Now that's 20th Century Fox, right?
You know, like Fox.
They have all the movies and stuff.
Yeah. And that's going to give them, I think I saw like a 37% market share.
And then Disney also owns one of the major TV networks, I believe.
Actually, sorry.
Is it ABC
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah, I believe so. So there's 17 fictional characters on the Walk of Fame.
Oh, there are. Okay.
Yeah.
Was Mickey the first?
I bet
Doesn't
he
say
was.
The
that.
answer to that,
Probably
yes.
so, yes.
I
Yes,
bet
he
he
was.
was.
We got Tinkerbell, Donald Duck, Winnie the Pooh, Bugs Bunny, Woody the Woodpecker, Minnie Mouse, Snoopy, Snow White, and Shrek. Also, who are just
Shrek.
strictly animated.
You got to pay a light bill.
Yeah, I sure do. I'm glad you noticed that. I was interested in who was on the Walk of Fame. Well, we'll be.
And the Simpsons. I'm sorry. The Simpsons.
I thought maybe the
Right,
Simpsons
right.
had
See, he
made
was
it.
messing with you, Harry.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be right back here, hopefully, with more Let's Talk Antiques.
Hello, I'm Pickin' Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in, get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Antiques.
All right.
And so Mickey
We're talking about Mickey
Mouse became the star.
And I think while we were out, Philip determined that Walt Disney died in 1966.
Yeah.
I can remember when Disney World, is that Disney World in California? Disneyland, Disney World. I get them mixed up.
Lands in California.
Again,
World's in
I can remember when they opened that up, and that was the big thing on television. You know.
Oh, yeah. They built
and
a
he
shop
was
around
there. Walt was there during the opening ceremonies and
But
stuff.
not the world.
And
the land, but not the world. Harry.
yeah.
Well, did you also know that Mickey Mouse won an Academy Award in 1942?
I did not know.
Would that be for,
which-
Linda Paul.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking that would have been. What was the Fantasia? I figured that.
Oh, yeah. that
Oh
was a
yeah,
big
no, I
one.
like that. That was kind of a strange cartoon because it wasn't a funny cartoon, but it's got some really great music in it.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That
built
was-
around the symphony. But that was cool.
And I've read that came out in '40. That would have been my guess that was the
Yeah,
first Academy.
Fantasia.
Yeah.
And also, if you remember, Mickey Mouse come out in the 30s as a comic strip.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know that either.
Hey, I can remember Mickey Mouse comic
Now, there
books.
are Mickey Mouse comic books.
Yeah,
out.
sure.
I remember those.
But a lot of those little comic books that you could get, like for Mickey Mouse, they was in like cereals and oats and that kind of stuff.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember.
I've got a
I'd be
bunch
right,
of
I
them.
was going to say, I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
saw any of those.
I'll show them to you. I got a bunch of them. They're the little small guys, though.
Something different.
But
Who does Mickey Mouse usually appear beside?
Minnie.
Minnie.
That's right, his girlfriend.
Minnie is a woman.
And his pet dog, who?
Goofy.
Pluto.
Pluto.
Yeah, Pluto.
He's his friend.
Now, how come Goofy can talk but Pluto can't? And they're both dogs.
He's a little smarter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just a little smarter. You know,
Off the subject, but that bothers me.
Yeah.
Well, how
you
come
know-
parrots
you know
can
why?
talk, Howard, and dogs can't?
It's good.
We know for a fact the horses can talk because we seen
Yeah,
Mr.
well,
Ed do
Mr.
it.
Ed,
Yeah,
and,
We know they can do that.
and
For a fact.
cars can talk because the guy had my mother the car.
Yeah, and what was the name of the mule in the 40s? That could
Oh,
talk?
Francis, the talking mule.
Yeah, so we know mules can talk, cars can talk.
Horses can talk.
Horses can
No
talk,
dogs.
and dogs.
Well, wait a minute. Scooby can talk.
Goofy can talk.
Scooby Doo, yeah. He talks.
So, okay. I guess they can all talk.
Now, Goofy is one of my favorites, because he did a movie, the Goofy movie, and that's a Pacer he's driving, an AMC Pacer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, really?
That's why I like
And
it.
I like that movie.
Because you like the AMC Pacer.
Any AMC product, see.
Hey, another little bit of information. What company did I tell you took that away from him?
Universal, wasn't it?
Yeah. And guess who ended up years down the road buying Universal?
Disney.
That's right.
Huh.
So what goes around does come around.
Oh, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, karma's head. Are you going to tell us any other little stories about it?
I've got a little bit of an article here about Mickey and his 90th birthday.
Okay.
It says Mickey has permeated American culture. In particular, Elvis Presley once sang Mickey Mouse Club March.
Oh, the Mickey Mouse Club. That was a fun program.
Yeah, it started in 55. Too,
Annette
didn't it?
Funicello?
Yeah.
Cole Porter wrote a song called "You're the Top," equating Mickey to the Louvre, Shakespeare's sonnet, and the Tower of Pisa. Andy Warhol also painted a famous picture of Mickey. Many celebrities have been spotted in public wearing Mickey Mouse t-shirts, including Kate Moss and John Lennon. Mickey was the first cartoon character with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Mickey is, in short, been a symbol of happiness, joy, fun, and adventure. He's just part of the cultural fabric. Mickey Mouse is one of the most powerful and amazing images of all time, said Mel Bernkart, one of the world's foremost Mickey Mouse collectors. Unlike most collectors who specialize in a particular subject, he specializes in the design and appearance of Mickey more than the character himself. He's especially enamored with the simplicity and elegance of the original cartoon rodent. Early Mickey is nothing more than a collection of circles, he said. Not a single element of his anatomy is realistic, and yet this exercise in pure abstraction speaks to the entire world, crossing all borders and age groups. He's the mascot of Mickey Mouse Company, was originally called Mortimer during the production stages, and was created as a replacement for Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Let's see. When Walt Disney and Ube Iwerks joined hands to create Mickey Mouse, something magical happened. Burkant said, either by skill or intuition or fate or accident, they discovered the abstract symbol for life itself. And let's see where he was talking about. When Mickey Mouse was born, 3 circles, one larger than the other 2, proportioned like a quarter, and 2 dimes came together and formed a symbol. He said, add another quarter for his tummy and 2 smaller circles for his hands, and then join them all with tubes for arms and legs and digits on top of him, with the oval nose and funny shoes and tail, and last of all, those ever popular original pie cut eyes. And that's Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, you know why they use circles?
No, why?
Easy for them to draw.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
And I don't ever remember anybody teaching.
I think that,
coins.
probably why he was so well liked, because he's so simple. Just a mouse,
Talking mouse.
Yeah. Well, we know mice talk,
Yeah, absolutely.
just like the horse.
And we do know he had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Walt Disney done his voice to start with.
He did? I did not know that.
No, I didn't know that either.
He done the Aunt Minnie's.
Who done his voice after that?
I don't know who done that.
Probably
for
Mel Blanc. He did a bunch of them, remember?
Yeah,
I wonder if he ended up doing Mickey.
He done a lot of the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, he did a bunch of voice work over
Oh,
the
yeah.
years.
A lot of those movie stars do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say,
That's
not only do they get extra credit, they get extra money, don't they?
even Mark Hamill. He was big on voice work.
Yeah.
I'll be down. That's amazing. You got some more to tell us?
Yeah,
He's got a lot.
Burkant discovered Disney when he was a child in grade school. His obsession with Mickey Mouse didn't begin until later, when he was living in France, and went to the Paris flea market and discovered an awe-inspiring cast iron bank. The fierce simplicity of the image mesmerized me. I loved its pure and unexpected geometry. It radiated a sudden force that said to me, I am alive. Suddenly I realized that it was, in fact, a daring work of art, a powerful abstract sculpture that also happened to be Mickey Mouse. This revelation launched me on a lifelong quest to explore and collect the art and imagery of comic characters, and Mickey in particular. Throughout the 1930s, Mickey reigned supreme, and Burt Grant explained exactly what he doesn't like about the newer designs. He said the pie-cut eyes are gone, replaced by eyeballs that could look from side to side, and the magic circle that in earlier days defined his head had turned to mush. Cute, chubby little cheeks, the kind that relatives love to squeeze. And he said eventually he donned long pants, a Hawaiian shirt, bought a house in Levittown, and like the rest of America, Mickey moved to the suburbs.
No.
He said, as such, Birkin's Mickey Mouse collection is primarily vintage. The collection is stunning in its sheer scope, rarity, and value, with thousands of priceless items on display in his home, which he calls Mouse Heaven, including dolls, bank, comic books, games, glasses, plates, porcelain figurines, ventriloquist figures, original art, puppets, posters, clocks, musical items, sculptures, tin lithograph, vehicles, and much more. While Burt Grant's cardinal rule is to never mention money, he's happy to discuss the pinnacle items of his collection. When all is said and done, my favorite mice are a stunning pair of English ventriloquist figures in their exquisite carrying case, he said. They found their way to me by destiny from Devon, England. The lady who had these knew nothing about them other than the fact that they had been placed by chance in her parents' custody in 1938. She had never been allowed to touch them or, God forbid, play with them as a kid, being cautioned by her mom that their rightful owner would return for them one day when the war was over, but he never did. And so he got that one. Other items he considers super rare include 10 wind-up toys from Europe, Rosenthal China figures, and the Mickey Mouse Waddle book published by Blue Ribbon Press in 1934. This book is highly sought after in its nice condition because it contains characters that kids would punch out, assemble, and then have walk or waddle down a separate punch-out inclined ramp. Perhaps the most desirable item in Burt Grant's collection is a big Mickey doll that stands tall and proud like a sentinel. It was a doll like this, made by Charlotte Clark, that Walt Disney himself used to appear in public in the 1930s. Collecting was never about owning things for me, he said. It was all about discovery. I was fortunate to live at a moment in time when most of the treasures I discovered I was seeing for the first time. And when I began collecting Mickey, I was the first and only Mickey Mouse collector in New York City, or at least the only one I knew. Eventually a few others joined me, only to learn that they had a lot of catching up to do. As Mickey celebrates his 90th anniversary, he remains a hot property, with collectors paying premium prices for vintage items. For a good look at many of these things, check out the official price guide from 2008, but it's advised that these prices are no longer really relevant.
Not from 2008, they're not.
But you can find out a whole lot of collectible things. And for up-to-date pricing, look at completed auctions by companies such as eBay and Heritage, Hakes, or Murphy's.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Okay.
With that, we're going to take a break.
Yeah, we got to take a little break here, and we'll be right back with more Let's Talk Antiques.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're back once more with Let's Talk Antiques and Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Ronnie, you come up with some good points there about who Disney bought. Tell them about that.
Yeah, well, we were sitting here thinking that with them merging with Fox, and what they're doing right now is they're fixing to start a streaming channel like Netflix to compete with Netflix. That's the real future of your movies. But with this acquisition, they'll own a 37% market share, so they can control when a lot of the movies are released, so you don't have to go head to head and compete for box office dollars with films from the other studios. They have Marvel. Okay, they've got Lucasfilms, which is Star Wars.
That's Star Wars, yeah.
And now there's a lot of them released under the Marvel now. The comic book movies are big.
The action heroes and all that stuff.
Lots of them. Okay, and then Universal, as David was saying, and then they'll have Fox, and with all this all this content for their streaming service, and now I heard that because they were releasing all their Star Wars movies on Netflix, so they won't be doing that once they start their streaming service.
No, that'll be on the
You'll
Disney
be watching
streaming.
them on Disney. So Disney's going to be really in a real good position to compete with Netflix. Excellent position to compete with Netflix.
Okay. All right. Well, you asked me to look up the Mickey Mouse Club,
which was a big thing when I was growing up.
Oh, yeah.
I was like 5 years old when Mickey Mouse Club started.
Probably a little older than that.
The original run went from 1955 to 1959 on ABC. And then it ran again from, what was it? Gosh, I had a whole list here and lost it. Anyway, so it came back from 89 to 96, 77 to 79, 89 to 96, 90. Sorry. Let me try that just again.
Just back up.
All right, let me run at it again. Okay.
Do it right.
55 to 59.
Right.
Okay.
That's the original.
Right. And then it came back from 77 to 79, which I watched it during that time. And 93 to 96.
Okay.
And now it's on social media.
Can you tell us who the original cast members were, 55 to 59?
Yeah.
I've got some of them here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Now they were called the Red something. What were they called?
The Red Team.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, hang on. They're Red
The first
Team
ones you
members.
read, the ones you're going to read first, are the ones that was in every show.
Okay.
The next group of the Red Team was not in every show.
Okay.
Sharon Baird.
Yeah.
Bobby Burgess.
Yeah.
Lonnie Burr. Tommy Cole. Annette Funicello. Darlene Gillespie.
Yeah.
Cubby O'Brien.
Yeah.
Karen Pendleton. And Doreen Tracy. All right, those were the ones that were in all
So then,
episodes of the first
out of
three.
them, I guess Annette Funicello would be the one that's most well known.
Yeah.
Oh, she went on to other successes.
films,
Yeah, singing and acting, too.
Yeah, she'd done a lot of shows.
She's done a lot of films.
She passed away with MS, though, didn't she?
I believe you're right.
Well,
I
she had
didn't know
MS.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in a lot of those movies where they were on the beach with the teenage
Yeah, the
singing and
surfing-
dancing,
the
the
surfing
surfing movies. Yeah,
Those were big back in the
yeah, that was a big thing back then.
Who was the mother?
The other ones were Cheryl Holdridge, Nancy Abbott.
Now, Cheryl, she was second and third year.
Yeah.
Read that part of it, too.
Okay. And Nancy Abbott, do you pronounce that? First year only. Johnny Crawford was in the first year only.
Speaking of Johnny Crawford, do you know what other movie he was really famous in? Don't
No.
you remember?
I
The
don't.
Rifleman.
Oh, he was the little boy.
He was the little boy in the Rifleman?
Yeah,
I'll be dang.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I can picture that
Dennis
little boy.
Day the second first and second year. He was on the blue team for most of the first year and later moved to the red team by the end of the first year. Mike Smith, first year only. J.J. Solari, second year. Don Underhill, first year only, and joined the blue team by the end of the first year.
And that's the original.
Yeah.
Now, enlighten me here. What was the difference in the red teams and the blue teams?
I don't.
Do you see that
I'm
anywhere?
gonna say it's like your ball teams. You know, the ones that's going to be there. Then if somebody misses, I say the blue team probably filled in.
Okay.
I'm just guessing.
Yeah, or perhaps they
Like
had
pinch hitters.
or maybe they had a skit where they needed more people.
Yeah.
And the blue team people would come out and be on that
So they
skit
would
or
be
that
like
show.
reoccurring guests
Yeah,
or something like that.
something like that. I'm guessing too.
Well, I'd say you're guessing pretty close to right. It's an educated guess, however, there's a difference.
Oh, there is? I didn't know I was educated.
Yeah, you're
And
educated.
the original show ran right after the American Bandstand,
Oh, yeah.
which seems like an odd time for
Yeah.
just.
But you know, they also, if you remember, they had like
That
what
was-
was them two brothers? They were kind of like detectives. You know, they had in that Mickey Mouse show. They had those little sequels.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you remember?
little segments in it.
Yeah.
Gee, I don't. I just watched it to see Annette.
I'm telling your wife.
She probably knows.
You know,
Everybody fell in love with
Now-
Annette Funicello.
Now, who was the Mouseketeer guy that was over?
Oh, the big guy.
What was the main guy? What was his
I
name?
mean, the host.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just went
his
past.
name was Jimmy Dodd, wasn't it?
yeah.
Oh,
I think
Jimmy
that's
Dodd.
right.
God, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Roy
that's-
Williams and Rob Amsbury were the main adult.
But everybody remembers Jimmy.
Yeah.
And the neatest thing about it all, do you remember they all had the Mickey Mouse ears on?
Yep.
yeah.
How
Now,
cool.
Did they film those in Burbank, California, where the studios was?
We'll have to ask this producer. over here.
That's where
Yeah.
the Disney studio was.
What
He
about
doesn't
it,
know.
producer? I know you're well informed.
He knows about stuff like that.
Yeah, well, he's well informed, Ronnie.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It doesn't say. Don't drag me that hard through. Okay. Well, do you wanna find out what's some
Well, I think we ought to.
some Mickey Mouse
Yeah.
memorabilia might be worth if you have
Yeah.
something.
Because a lot of people may just have some old Mickey Mouse stuff
There's
laying
Mickey
around
Mouse
and
stuff laying around
everywhere. You know that they had as a kid, or
Everybody
or
either
their
has
kids
something
had
or
when
knows
they
where
were.
something is.
And
I got a 1935 Lionel Mickey Mouse circus train, complete high grade set. The buy it now on that was $7,600.
oh,
Now, when you were reading that over there a while ago, Philip, did it say anything about when they first started merchandising Mickey Mouse?
No, actually.
Now, Ronnie, you sure? I thought he was just talking off the top of his head. Was he reading?
Yeah, he was reading.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just.
I would say it started really early, but that's just
Well, I was just wondering because that would be the most valuable stuff.
Yeah.
If we could
You
get
know
that
they come out
information.
with well, we know they come out with the comics in the 30s. We know they come out with toys and
Toys,
like the
yeah.
full toys and stuff. You know.
So that makes the comics very desirable.
Yeah. It. I think Walt Disney, after getting beat up the first time around, he figured it out.
He learned after this.
you could have. Okay, next we got a swatch, Mickey
swatch?
Mouse watch, $6,000, or best offer. We talked about watches one time, and we.
I have a Mickey Mouse watch.
Some Mickey Mouse watches, and I went home and looked up my Mickey Mouse watch I had from my childhood, and it's worth like $20. I've got one that apparently they.
I've got one in a box that still works. I wear it every now and then.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse watch.
Hey, Howard and I looked up one. They actually Rolex made a Mickey Mouse watch.
Yeah.
They
Wow.
brought about $3,000.
Here, I've got one.
No,
right
I didn't
there.
know that.
Vintage Rolex Oyster Perpetual.
Yeah,
date.
well, yours is how much did it cost?
Well, they were wanting $4,600, and they took a best offer. And let me see, but that was over $4,000.
There you are.
Wow.
We seen one for $3,000.
yeah,
A Rolex.
Here is
Hey, you want to see my Mickey Mouse Rolex?
yeah,
Hey, that'd be cool to say, wouldn't it?
yeah.
Check out my
got a-
Mickey Mouse Rolex here.
What you got?
I have a Disney store display prop of 3 little pigs. So these are the Disney these are 3 different
the 3 little pigs.
3 little pigs. Yeah, it's got all of them. Trying to figure out how tall they're. They're about 30 inches tall. $6,000.
Wow. 2,000 a pig.
The dimensions are shown with the measuring tape. These are not small. Local pickup only.
Yeah.
It's free shipping.
I didn't see that.
And they're located in Australia.
Here is a Walt Disney 11 by 14 photo signed with the auto graded. He's sitting in front of Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy, or no, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy.
Now,
Sorry.
this is signed by Walt, right?
And it's signed by Walt, and there's a check underneath it too.
Yeah.
It's actually just a check. It's a signed check.
Okay.
With framed with a nice picture of Walt. $4,000.
So that's what Dave was talking
See,
about.
his autograph.
If you've got his autograph,
Yeah, you got
money.
money. Hey, just a blank, a check that he wrote out.
Yeah.
Not even a photo.
Yeah.
Do you want to
That's
take a commercial
something.
break, and I'll pull up some.
See, it's his time to tell you.
Yeah, we can do that. That way we won't interrupt you in the middle of something. How's
Yeah,
that?
you don't
Okay.
interrupt me.
We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're back, and we're talking about Mickey Mouse.
Hey, Annette Funicello, if you want some of her personal stuff, they're actually auctioning it on eBay.
Right now they're actually auctioning.
And it's got 11 days left, so it's a buy it now, and it's just an assortment of pictures and some documents and stuff, and it shows her signing something. So right now, if you wanted that, you could buy it right now for $240.
Well, that's not bad. You get several items.
Yeah.
And it's a good start for a collection.
It says one of a kind treasure. So you're back to Mickey?
And I looked something up during the break here, just out of curiosity.
Okay.
Is what's Disney's worth at this point? And it's now these figures are 2 years old. Was $150 billion.
Whoa.
So,
Yeah, I think Ronnie's got a new figure.
Yeah, I read yesterday it was 178 billion.
okay, yeah, I figured that with the I think that was right when they were taking over Star Wars, and I think that's
Yeah, Star Wars made them a little bit of money.
They're approaching Dave's worth now.
Well, I think they're getting yours, Lieutenant.
Well, yeah, just about.
Hey, Ronnie,
Star Wars made them a few billion.
Yeah, they've already paid for Star Wars, though, from the
Lord,
first show, right? The first movie?
Well, not the first one, but, it's paid for by now.
Yeah. And what was you saying about $76 billion? Something you come up
That
with?
they were paying for the Fox Studios.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, they're buying them all up, aren't they?
Sure.
Yeah.
A little mouse started it all, Harry.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
They'll be the biggest, for long, but they're building up for their streaming service. Now that's worldwide.
That's the coming thing in
So what is streaming versus just regular movies?
It's like watching a Netflix movie.
Oh, okay.
That's the means of acquiring it. You just click on it and
you have
stream to your
streaming.
computer.
Yeah, you have internet into your house, and you buy this little box that you plug in, and it picks up a Wi-Fi signal or your internet signal, and you cut the cord. You don't need cable.
I've been doing that for about 15
years. And you really
years.
don't even need the off-the-air stuff anymore if you don't want it.
Really?
And so cable companies are running scared right now. And all of them are coming up with a version of streaming.
I haven't had regular cable in 15 years, Howard. That's how I watch all my TV. I get my news.
There's some really good streaming services on there.
Well, now how much is that versus the price of the cable?
The price of the internet, and if you pay for a service like Netflix.
Some of them, might be $5 or $6 a month.
Really? How do they pay for all those movies and shows and everything on that?
Well, Netflix gets like $10 a month, or is it they went up 11?
Yeah, they went to 11.
Well, but how? How does that pay for the royalties on all that?
Millions of people sign.
Millions of people.
Yeah, but that the royalties on all those different movies and shows.
And you can watch things
Netflix is actually producing a lot of their own content.
Yeah,
they spend several $1 billion.
And a new thing that the streaming services brought around. People are binge watching. Have you heard about that?
Yes.
In other words, let's say there's a detective show that you just love, and the streaming service has 100 episodes that's been produced over the years. You start with episode 1 and you watch them all the way through, one right after the other.
One, episode
that might take you several weeks, but you binge watch.
And that's 8 hours a day.
Yeah, that's a big thing with people today. And when they get done with that one, they'll go to maybe a hospital or a medical show.
So the Walt Disney Productions is getting into that too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now that's going to be big for them because you think you got several million subscribers. Say you got just 1 million subscribers, paying you, like Philip said, $15 a month. That's $15 million a month right there.
Mm-hmm. But also, you said you don't have to have the cable stuff. You can just cut the cord.
You don't have to have cable.
Now, like Netflix has got, what was it, like 1.3 billion subscribers.
I'm not sure.
It's over 1 billion.
Yeah.
I don't know what the final number is.
Well, look at
now.
Amazon. Amazon have a streaming service.
Yes, Amazon does.
They'll offer you the streaming service with what they call Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
You get free shipping when you buy something from Amazon, and you can watch all these movies and TV shows and everything.
Say you got 1 billion subscribers and you're getting $15 a month.
Yeah.
That's $15 billion a month.
Huh.
That's not to turn your nose
you
up
can
at.
pick what you want. See, that's what's now. If the cables and the satellite, and I'm still got satellite, I must have I got 200 stations.
I get
150 or 175 of them are trying to sell me something, and it's hard to find stuff.
I get my internet off of satellite instead of
you got the cable. You got the satellite cable.
Well, so we went from streaming to we're still streaming.
Yeah. Mickey Mouse is going to be one of the biggest streamers in the world.
Yeah. So Mickey Mouse has he set the bar, hadn't he?
Mickey Mouse has set the bar for
I know you've got some more.
I got 139 million subscribers.
Okay, so they
Netflix
moved up
as of January.
139 million.
Yeah.
So the cheaper subscription I think is $8, and mine is.
Seems like I pay $9. It's just
I've got
something like that.
Watching those, so
because it just comes out automatically off credit card.
Now there are a couple of streaming services that are free that have advertising. And I found one of those called Pluto, which is really cool. Got some great programming on it.
Disney also owns 30% of Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu.
And now listen to this. Now Fox owns 30% of Hulu as well.
So now they own 60.
So when this merger is
buy
complete,
Fox, they own 60.
They'll be majority stockholder in Hulu.
Kind of makes you think that Hulu may merge
Speaking
into
of Mickey Mouse, well, what you got right there?
I've got a Mickey Mouse by Boza.
What's that?
By Bozo the Clown?
Boza, B-O-S-A.
Boza, okay, Boza.
This is a special designed. Boza is like a fancy design company. This is a ceramic. It is a 90th anniversary special design. It's made in Italy. It's ceramic, and it is really fancy. It's 20 inches tall, by the way, too. And I can't really describe that for our.
Well, it don't. It kind of looks like Mickey.
It's Mickey with gold bracelets and
green shoes.
Green shoes.
And a red nose.
And so, anyway,
blue eyes.
It's a really fancy hip, I guess, look of Disney for the 90th anniversary. It's sold for $3,600.
Wow.
So,
That's one, Howard.
So if you got some Mickey Mouse items laying around, you might want to check them out.
You might want to go to
because you may
certainly
just
do wanna check 'em out.
something, and there was so many of them that originally sold, as for kids and stuff. That there was thousands of them sold back years
Millions
ago,
of 'em
but most
sold,
of them got thrown away. And if you still
Yeah,
have
you
one
just
of
don't
those
want
toys or
anybody to know.
something, it may be
If you
worth
got
something.
any of that old stuff, I'd say it is.
Yeah.
Worth
Philip's got us one more thing. We got to get out of here.
Yeah, we got to go
All right,
for
Bill.
I got a
Enlighten us.
Shinola watch.
A Shinola?
A limited edition crazy Mickey Mouse design. $3,250.
Good grief.
All right, I'd like to remind all of our listeners here to check us out on YouTube, check us out on LightTube, check us out on Charter,
And you can check them out on mine,
and check us out on David's
David Pennington's
Facebook.
Facebook.
All right.
Is that it?
That's it.
Wow. Hey,
Wow, did that hour fly?
See how much
away.
fun you're having, Howard.
am I having fun?
What was you doing before you met us?
Well, life was normal then.
Okay,
Life was normal.
See y'all next week.
We'll see you. See you next week at same time, same bat station
there you go.
for more
Mickey Mouse Station.
Mickey Mouse Station. All right.